Assalamu alaikum everyone. In the last class, we were doing a selection of peer companies. I had explained to you the way we select peer companies, from where will we get the data of our peer companies, comparable companies for our valuation model of Microsoft. Now, today's class is going to be a brief introduction to a beta. So instead of adding it in my notes because the notes file had become very heavy, what I did is I opened AI and asked it to give me a short introduction to beta. Yes, everybody who has joined the course would know beta in many ways. CFA students would know it in much detail. ACC and CA students would also know it. From their BFD and AFM studies. So beta is a measure of a security or portfolio's sensitivity to overall market movements. It represents the level of systematic risk, the risk that cannot be diversified away compared to the market as a whole. So what beta tells you is how volatile a particular stock is, how responsive is uh, the price of the company relative to the changes in the overall market index. So let me open the Excel file where I will do the beta calculation, and you will see in the next class where I have done the beta calculation. Why are the links not working? Or maybe the refresh formula. Why? So anyways, I'll check the links afterwards. For now, we will see the beta. So this is the beta calculation sheet. You will see this, how we do this calculation, how we make this sheet in the next class. Oh, I guess there has been some issue in the copy extraction. Let me close this file. So I need to break those external links first. So while this Excel part is being done, yeah, it is done. Thank God. Because so there's no index sheet here. Maybe that index sheet was causing some errors. So anyways, you would know this beta calculation sheet. And those of you who are seeing it for the first time, I will explain to you how we make this sheet in the next class. But this is for the definition of beta. I opened this calculation. We calculate historical beta Using these three formulas, these three ways, the formulas are mostly the same. The way we apply that formula is different. So slope formula, change in y variable change in dependent variable divided by change in independent variable. You would know from your the slope class. The slope is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So that simple slope formula. Again, we have to make it automatic because there are so many data tables now in the sheet. Make it partial. So you will see this formula, but introduction to beta, these are the um historical beta is just the reflection of change in uh, the volatility of a stock compared to the overall market. A greater than 1 indicates the investment is more volatile than the market. Example, a beta of 1.5 suggests that the asset or the stock price, you can say, moves 50% more than the market. So if this value right now is 0.94, let's say this value was 1.5, so that would mean that whenever the index rises by 100 points, let's assume KSE 100 index, as a result, your stock will go 140 points up. So this is what will happen. Similarly, if the index falls by 100 points, the stock will go down by 115 points. If the beta is 1.5. Similarly, if it is 0.94, if the index rises by 100 points, it will rise up by only 94 points. And if the index falls by 100 points, the stock will go down by 94 points. So a positive number would indicate that it moves in the same direction as the index, and the number indicates the strength of that relationship or the volatility between the stock price and the index price. A beta less than 1 means the investment is less volatile than the market. Yes, beta of 0.7 suggests it moves 30% less than the market. Again, if the stock index goes up by 100 points, stock will only go up by 70 points. A negative beta indicates that the asset moves in opposite direction to the market. This is very rare, but overall, sometimes when a company is very much distressed, or when the investors are there is too much insider trading going on, maybe there is too much the control of the shares is in hands of some individuals who are selling those shares. So the market cannot, even if the market is in a very big boom, but the stock will still keep falling because it has a negative beta. It is very rare, but for companies maybe with going concern problems, uh, distressed companies, etc. Mathematically, beta is estimated using regression analysis. Again, people from CA, CCA, and CFA would know this formula. Very simple covariance between the return of market and the return of index, return of market, sorry, and return of stock divided by the variance of return of market. Capital asset pricing model. This is basically the cost of equity calculation using the CAPM model, and this is the RF plus beta, RF minus RF. Thus, beta helps investors assess how much risk an investment adds to a diversified portfolio and estimate the required return for taking that risk. So this was my introduction to beta class. In the upcoming class, you will see how we get the data of both the market, S&P 500, and also the company that we are making the valuation model of, what is beta drifting, and how we apply these three formulas, how we get this data output as well. So see you in the next class.